U.S. Grand Prix. Interesting, Rowdy. 6 countries represented by these 8 swimmers.
One of the few fields we've had this international presence.
There's one of them. Vlad Polyakov was 5th in the Athens Games in both the 100 and 200 breast. 28 years old, from Kazakhstan in the South Florida Aquatic Club. Well, he's an Olympic veteran, and here's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. 4 total medals for Brendan Hansen, who started his comeback last summer, and he won this event, the national championships, last summer in Stanford. Another veteran, Neil Versfeld from South Africa and the Athens Bulldog Swim Club. That'll be a 3. Marcus Titus. Fascinating story as always. Marcus Titus, hearing impaired. Fastest prelim time, 1:01:01. There's Clark Burkle, another veteran swimmer. Made the finals of this in the national championships last summer. Lane 6 will be Felipe Lima, 26-year-old from Brazil. 4th in the World University Games last year in the 100 breast. Martti Alijand from Estonia, swimming for Cal, as you can see, the NCAA champions. Bronze in the European Championships last year in the 100 IM. And then from Venezuela, Miguel Ferreira, 21-year-old, swimming out of lane 8. Where do you see Brendan Hansen 4 months out?
Think about where he's at compared to the rest of the United States. That's what I do, is I try to think about what everybody else is done. Top 10 in the world. He's the only swimmer from the United States that has been ranked in the top 10 in the world the last 2 years, and that includes this year. Nobody is in the top 10 this year, but Brendan Hansen was the only one, went 00 flat when he won that national title last summer. So he's definitely the guy to beat. One good thing about his comeback, he never really retired from sports. He stayed involved with triathlons. He stayed in great shape. I saw him about 2.5 years ago. I did an appearance with him, and he was in incredible shape because he was doing triathlons. So he never really went away.
That's a good point. It was the specific swimming that he
That's exactly right. And that's where Ian Thorpe, who didn't make his Australian team, that's the problem he had. He was completely away from the sport, and not only for 2 or 3 years, but 8 years, and that's just too much to overcome. Hansen right there in lane 2. Now he's right in the middle of some really tough training.
Titus in lane 4 had the lead, 28:56 at the turn.
I love Marcus Titus. I love his story, like you said, hearing impaired, but he is really good off the blocks. He goes with a flash off the blocks. He had a great swim this morning, and that's one of the guys that you're going to be able to watch for in Omaha. Here comes Hansen, though, at the end.
Hansen is pushing in 2. Can Titus hang on? Boy, Hansen's got a nice kick, but Titus hangs on. 0086. Hansen takes 2nd. Looks like Polyakov, the Olympic veteran, came on to get 3rd. 0086 for Marcus Titus.
Good swim for both of those guys, Titus and Hansen. Hansen much better than he was from the prelims. And watch Marcus Titus when he comes off the blocks. You see that flash right there? That was Hansen right there. You see the flash, though? That's what Titus is able to look at, and that's what a lot of the swimmers pay attention to, because light travels faster than sound, obviously. Here's the 50 mark right here. Watch Titus coming in. Hansen really built this one. He didn't go out for it. He came back, decided to really kind of ramp up the speed on this second 50, and he was catching Titus the whole way. Another 5 meters he might have gotten him, but that's a beautiful swim for Marcus Titus, and now has to be considered one of the favorites to make that Olympic team this summer.
Congratulations to Marcus Titus, and as referenced, hearing impaired, he goes by a flash of light. He cannot hear the start gun, and we want to make sure we're making this clear. We're not able to do an interview with Marcus because we don't have an extra headset available. We need to have someone to relay and interpret for him, so we're not able to do that. We give all the credit in the world to Marcus for out swimming there, Hansen and Polyakov, to capture this men's 100 breast.